Right now, as you watch this, you are hallucinating. The screen in front of you, your hands, the room around you. None of it is reaching your brain the way you think. And by the end of this video, I'll show you that you have never once seen the real world. Not a single time. That sounds insane. But it's one of the most solid ideas in modern neuroscience. Your brain is locked inside a dark, silent box, the skull. It has never touched light or color or sound. All it ever receives are faint electrical signals. And from those signals, it builds the entire technicolor world you're experiencing right now, which raises a disturbing question. If your brain has never met reality directly, how do you know what's really out there? The unsettling answer is you don't. You're only ever seeing your brain's best guess. Think about what actually happens when you see. Light bounces off an object and hits your eye, but light has no color. A wavelength is just a wavelength, redness, blueness, warmth. None of that exists out in the world. Your brain invents color to label different wavelengths. So the vivid red of a strawberry isn't on the strawberry. It's painted on inside your head. Every color you have ever seen was manufactured by your own brain and projected outward onto a colorless universe, and it's not just color. Your brain does this with everything. Sound, texture, warmth, the solid feeling of the ground. You live your entire life inside a rich, seamless simulation. And you have never once stepped outside of it. Here's where it gets stranger. You feel like seeing is simple. Light comes in and your brain reads it like a camera. But the neuroscientist Anil Seth describes it the other way around. Perception, he says, runs mostly backwards. Your brain doesn't wait for information and then build a picture. It's constantly making predictions, guessing what should be out there based on experience. Then it uses your senses only to check those guesses and correct the errors. Picture an artist who paints the entire scene from memory first, then glances up only now and then to fix a detail. That artist is your brain. What you see is mostly the painting, not the world. Seth calls this a controlled hallucination, because your brain generates it from the inside, controlled. Because reality gets a vote, tugging the guess back toward the truth. When that control slips, we just call it hallucination. When it holds, we call it reality. If this feels too abstract, your own body has proof built in. Every one of your eyes has a blind spot, a hole where the optic nerve leaves, with no light detectors at all. There is a chunk of your vision right now receiving nothing. So why don't you see a black hole floating in front of you? Because your brain simply fills it in. It looks at the surrounding pattern, predicts what belongs there, and paints over the gap. You are, at this very moment, seeing something that isn't there, and trusting it completely. Magicians, illusionists, and your own memories all exploit this. Your brain would rather show you a confident, complete guess than an honest, uncertain gap. It fills the holes so smoothly, you never notice they existed. In 2015, a single photograph broke the internet, a dress. Some people saw it as blue and black, others, just as certain, saw white and gold. Same pixels, same screen, two completely different realities. That dress was a crack in the illusion. People's brains made different unconscious guesses about the lighting in the photo, and so they built different colors on top of the exact same signal. For one dizzying moment, millions of people realized their private version of reality wasn't the only one. This happens constantly, in quieter ways. Two people remember the same argument differently. Two people feel completely different in the same room. You are not seeing the world. You are each seeing your own brain's story about it. So if reality is a controlled hallucination, what do you do with that? First, a little humility. The next time you're certain you're right and someone else is just wrong, remember the dress. Their brain may be making a different, equally valid guess. Second, it means your experience can change. If perception is built from prediction, then changing your expectations quietly changes what you perceive. Learn to see beauty and more of it appears. Expect threat everywhere and your brain will paint threat onto a neutral world. You are not a passive camera recording reality. You are an active painter generating it. That is a little terrifying and also a strange kind of freedom. The world you live in is, in part, the world you are building. So here's my question, and I genuinely want your answer in the comments. Which did you see, blue and black or white and gold? And has anything ever made you realize your version of reality wasn't the same as someone else's? Tell me below, and if this cracked something open in your mind, subscribe. Because the machinery underneath goes so much deeper, and we're just getting started.